Good evening and good morning, near and far. My name is Timothy Maddox Tabadell. I'm down here in Prattville, Alabama. Come all the way from Georgia, just to give y'all a word. Today, the Lord had gave me a title that bothered me a little bit. I can tell you that. And the title for today is, what are you pursuing, a position or the presence? And when I'm talking about the presence, I'm talking about the what? Presence of God. I'm talking about what? Being part of the presence of the kingdom. I'm talking about what? Being where you need to be. So a lot of times we pursue the what? Wrong thing in life.
Right.
As you can tell, I got picnic this morning. I come to church on. I got banners up, the whole 9 yards. Yes, I do a lot of branding. I own a lot of different corporations. But at one time, I was pursuing nothing but money. Tell you the truth, that's what we do. We pursue the what? The dollar. And the person that can give you the dollar, we don't even pursue them. So that's why when this word was given to me, it hit me kind of hard. I was pursuing a position. I want to be a businessman. I want to be famous. I want to be I want to be. So what position are you pursuing? Even going a little deeper before I really get in the word, I get a lot of study. That's why you see a lot of scriptures up here today. And I look at the disciples. A lot of these people was they had a position as a disciple. They did the work. But at the end of the day, they got comfortable. And that's what we do as people. We get comfortable. We come into church and we get comfortable with the pastor. We get in the church and get comfortable when somebody doing praise and worship. We get comfortable over and over and over again. Because guess what? I got my position. I'm a deacon now. I'm the mother of the church. Oh, I'm head of the choir. Because guess what? I got my position now. So guess what? I'm not even seeking no more. And that's why I say, what are you doing? Are you seeking that position? So once I got it, I'm the lead teacher in the church. I'm over the Sunday school. I'm over the kids ministry. That's what we're seeking, that position. And as you know, that ain't kingdom. There's no position in kingdom. It's only workers. So you don't have a position when you come into the kingdom. So the day is, what are you pursuing? You already know what position you're in. Question is, when you're ready to give that position up, the answer is seek after the person that can reward you. So today, I don't hope on people before you long, because I am known to be long-winded, and I get encouraged every time I come here to kind of shorten it down, because I'm passionate about what I do. And as I can see, I brought it back up here, next in line. And everybody wonder, I got everybody saying it now, well, I'm next in line. And I'll tell you what you next in line for. And next in line for the position you think you're going to get, the new car you think you're going to get, or what? Are you next in line for your life to change? That's what this 2021 banner is about. Are you next in line for your real breakthrough? If you were listening on training 1, if you didn't, go back. I keep telling y'all, there may be a word out there for you. Go back to some old past trainings. Because I guarantee you, it's something there that is needed for you to move to the next level in your life. So, not prolonging time, I'm going to start off in Proverbs 8 and 17. It's talking about being a diligent seeker. It says, I love those who love me. And those who diligently seek me will find me. That means you have to have a passion to seek after God. He said he loves what you, when you what? Seek after him. And one thing about it, you gotta be what? Willing to what? Seek. A lot of people don't want to what? Seek. Well, I know what God is. I know God. No, you don't. You don't. You know of God, but you don't know what? God. There's a big difference. When you're talking about what? Knowing somebody. I know somebody. I guess what? You think you know your children? Let them do something that's what you don't think they're going to do. Guarantee you what? You don't know them. You know what? Of them. So we're going to continue on. Like I told you, I ain't going to be before you long. I'm going to go through these pretty fast. Luke 11, 9 and 10. They talk about, so I say to you, ask, and it will be what? Given to you. Seek, and you what? Will find. Knock, and it will be open to you. So they go back to what? Ask, seek, and find. The key thing was, how can you ask somebody you ain't seeking out for? How? Yes. Somebody got that what? Answer to your problem. Yes. But you ain't even seeking the right person. That's what we do. Because guess what? Again, I said, we know God. That's what we say. But we don't know. Because we ain't seeking after him. So you got to learn these things. Before you ask, you have to what? You have to seek. Now, I don't know, I ain't going to mess up this word because I want to say I don't know if I said it right, but if I don't, it's A-M-O-S.
Amen.
Amos. Okay.
It's a name, not a word.
I know that. But it's 5, 4, and 6. 5, 4 through 6. It said, for the whole say, the Lord, the house of Israel. Seek me that you may what? You may live.
That's right.
That's what? It says, seek me that you may what? You may live. How can you live in this world and not see God?
My God.
Because your time is what? Limited. But you can shorten your time any day of the week.
My God.
But if you seek him, he may what? Extend what? Your time. It is written. So guess what we got to do? Start what? Seeking what? God, that we may what? Extend our what? Our lives. Everybody in that time about to what? About to die. How you know you ain't on the verge of dying right now?
My God.
But guess what? We ain't seeking him. So Psalm 69:32. And it say, the humble shall what? See this and be glad, and your heart shall live that seek God. When you humble yourself, when I ain't going after that position, when I'm going off what God has for me, and only what? For me, oh, that's a humble what? Feeling. What? It said the word said what? He's gonna what? Be glad. You know how happy you gonna be? How your heart gonna free up? How much love you actually gonna have? When, guess what? You see God. He's gonna humble you. You ain't gonna care about that what position no more. You don't care about that job no more. You don't care about all them fancy cars. Guess what? I've been there, done it. I promise you, I'm more humble now that I lost more. But guess what? I'm going to a chapter. When we get down a little farther, what God gonna do because what? He humbled me. I had the big head. Oh yo, when you put money in somebody's young hand, guarantee you, if you don't train them right, they ain't gonna swim.
That's right.
But I guarantee you, some of y'all grown folk here still gonna what? Well, it's real. I ain't even give you about $200, $2,000, and your head will swim. But God has a what? Bigger what? Reward for you. But guess what? You ain't seeking that position no more. That's why I'm humble. I don't care about a position. I don't care about being a business owner. I care about the life I changed. I care about that person God put before me. That hey, I can change their life. That's what I really want. And that's what I seek God for now. I don't seek God for money no more. I don't seek God for cars no more. I have it. I don't seek God for what? Because it's a bigger calling on what? My life. We're going to go to 1 Corinthians 16:11. It says, seek the Lord in his strength. Seek his face what? Continuously. That means you cannot what? Stop. Oh, I got the Holy Ghost one time. So guess what? I'm good. Really? That's how people think. I came into the church. I was baptized one time. So I'm good now. I can do anything in the world now. Because guess what? I came on church on what, Christmas Eve. Now I ain't gotta come back no more. I ain't gotta study no more. I ain't gotta see what the word says for me to what? Better my life. So you gotta what? Continually what? Seek him. That means you gotta continue to what? Stay in the word. We call it the Constitution here.
Yes.
That's what we call it. We don't even call it the Bible. But folks, we say, folks, I gotta go read my Bible before folks get to running. Because guess what? That's a Constitution. That's the rules. It's just telling me what I can, what I can't, and what I can have.
Thank you, Jesus.
This is all that the Bible is. It's not something to bound you up in prison, to hold you back. It actually came to what? Loosen you, break you free. That was in what? Training 1. So I told you, go back and watch. Then we're going to go to Psalm 34, 4-5. It said, I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my what? Fears. Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with what? Shame. So you got to realize one thing about it. When you seek God for an answer, he going to give you an answer where you won't have no kind of shame behind it. He may tell you to give up that certain thing. You had that big mansion, that nice house. He said, give it up. And he be like, for people like, wait a minute, you going down. No, God is a rewarder. He'll give you a solution for your what? Your problem.
That's right.
It may not look right to what? Men.
Amen.
But guess what?
Right.
It works. I'm telling you, God told me to do some strange things. They still laugh at me when the Lord told me to take up my mailbox. I took it up. Snatched it straight out the ground. Then went to my house, went to the office, snatched out the ground too. Because guess what? He said, I'm going to free you for something. Even though I got a UPS box, and I'm going to be able to go there now. But guess what? You know what's so freeing about it? I can go to the box anytime I want when I want to see a bill. I'm not forced to what? Be bound time I see a bill. Oh, that's reality. Hey, that's life. I'm talking what? Real life. I'm not telling anybody to do that because your faith level may not be there where I'm at. I'm a little radical. So I would do some things. I'm a little radical. But guess what? I'm not ashamed. Because guess what? I talk about it all the time now. Because everybody like, wow, I would have never thought. Yeah. It's freedom. God has what? Gave me what? Freedom. So Proverbs 3:6 is talking about seek him in all what you do, and he will show you the path to what? To take. So guess what? When you part of the kingdom, guess what? He gonna direct your what? Your path. You may not be doing the exact same thing everybody else what is doing. That's why I told you. He told me to what snatch up the mailbox, not you. Because guess what? I'm on a different path than you are. We all on what? Different paths. But we got to see God to see what path what we're supposed to be on. Isaiah 49:23. And this one I really like. Then you will know that I am the Lord. Those who hope in me will not be what? Disappointed. I said, wow, Lord. So you telling me all I got to do is what? Believe in you. And at the end of the day, you will not disappoint me. You know how quick man would disappoint you? Very quick. But he just said in his word, he will not what? Disappoint me. So I want to be in his what? In his grace. Where I don't what? Be disappointed. In Hebrews 11:6 it said, and without faith it is impossible to what? Please him. For he who comes to God must what? Believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who what? Diligently seek him. The word say what? Seek him. And he'll what? Be your what? Your rewarder.
Okay.
Oh, everybody want the stuff, but everybody don't want to do the job to get the what? The stuff. Oh, it's a job to seek after God.
Amen.
It's some things you might have to give up. You might have to get prosecuted.
Jesus.
You don't know what you're going to have to do.
Okay.
I've been seeking God. Oh, yeah, I got locked up the whole 9 yards. I'm like, Lord, I ain't even did nothing. I said, I know how an innocent man feels.
All right.
I understand that. I couldn't just talk about it until I had to what? Walk in the situation. Now I can go talk to somebody that been bound to what? Free them. But you got to understand, my path is different than what? Your path. But what God has for you, guess what? It comes with a cost. So we want to stay there. So Hosea 10:12, which that's last one, it says, so with a view to righteousness, reap in accordance with kindness, break up your fallow what? Ground. For it is time to what? Seek the Lord until he come to reign righteously on you. So that means, guess what? You got to do some work. But at the end of the day, he going to reign on you. You got to understand that. All of what we do is for a reason. And I want the blessings of God. I don't want him to sprinkle. I want it, words that rain. I want to pour down. I want it so glorified when we look. My phrase is, when you see God, you see me. And when you see me, you're supposed to what? See God. That's what I am all is about. It ain't about when you look at me. Because if you're looking at me, you're looking at a man. You're supposed to look what past me and only see what? The Father. And that's where I want to be. I want to walk like that. But I'm finna end this whole message. When we're talking about John the 6th, and I'm reading John the 6th, and we're talking about all the people that follow God. He was the large crowd around the Sea of Galilee. And I said, wow, he had all these people. They came because Jesus was doing all kind of miracles. He was changing people's lives. But if you go all the way down to 60, no, I'll tell you, I'm going up before we get to verse 60, 53 to 58. Jesus said something to the people. He was talking about you have to what? Eat of my flesh, drink of my blood. And people are, oh wow, I cannot do that. Verse 60 to 66 said, on hearing this, many of his disciples said, this is a what? Hard teaching. Who can what? Accept it? From this time, many of his disciples turned back and no longer what? Follow him. So guess what? When times get hard, are you going to walk away? They had the position. They were what? Disciples already. Guess what? But they stopped when it got too hard. They didn't want to be what? In their presence no more. Because guess what? Sometimes God's going to give you that what? Hard word. So, like always, I hope I gave you a word that would help you change your mind frame. Actually got you thinking a little different. If not, continue tuning in. Maybe one day I'll give you a word you like. But if not, somebody will. Hey, check out our YouTube channels. You got Crossroad Christian Ministry. You have the IME Institute for Life. We're on both channels now. Don't forget our website, www.ccmministries.net. And it has all our social media platforms. That's why we have all these things in place to help change you. Y'all have a blessed day. And again, thank you for tuning in.